Gentle breeze whispers through the trees. A rider gallops through the mist, his face concealed by shadows. A cloak of darkness shrouds his figure as he rides into the night. His heart beats fast with the thrill of the daring deeds he'll commit. Through the forest he rides on his noble steed, chasing dreams of freedom as he fulfills his destiny. With every stride, he feels the wind on his face. In this land of mystery, where he finds his tranquil solace.
We hope you enjoy Stand and Deliver, Shadows in the Daylight by Rachel Lawson. The highwayman sat atop his great warhorse as he told the passengers to alight from their coach to Loughton from London. He was strong and handsome and utterly madly fashionable. All women loved him, and the men were either jealous of his fascinating all the women there, or else wanted to be him, but totally hated him. So was the case with Isabella Constance and the man who virtually worshipped her. But she was in love with the romantic highwayman, the Viscount of Essex, John Faulkner, the perfect gallant gentleman highwayman beside him, his constant companion on the road, a clever escape artist who disappeared into the shadows of the dark of night in the lonely forest road to Newmarket. The companion was a Robin Hood who robbed only those who could afford to lose a little money, which he gave to an obliging churchman who promised he would give it to the poor in his parish. Lieutenant Faulkner and the Ghost. This is my lucky day, Isabella sang in her joy to the man who loved her. But she couldn't love, let alone see. I can't see why we should be happy to be robbed, Stephen Grimshaw said irritably in reply. He was angry and wanted to protect her and his money and a poem he wrote secretly to her anonymously, as he had many times before. She knew she had a secret admirer, but not his name. He was called Silver Star. He was a poet in love with her. What light from yonder window breaks it is Juliet, said Faulkner charmingly, seeing her. Ham is not your style, Jack, the Ghost scolded. Right, you are Drew. Pray, excuse me, my dear lady, I was dazzled by your eyes. They are like two twinkling silver stars. Was I out of line? Jack said contritely. Here is my money and ring. Everyone give them your money and stuff, and they'll let us go, said Grimshaw sharply as he glared at Jack. Yes, said the Ghost. Oh, yes, said Jack. They gave the awkward highwayman what they wanted, and they forgot to speak. Bye then, said Grimshaw. You can go, adieu, the Ghost said with a strangely French accent and not his usual local Essex accent he was noted for. When the coach was gone, the highwaymen tore off their own masks. Justin, what was that about? What light on yonder window breaks? Your eyes are like two twinkling silver stars, shouted the Ghost. She's a friend of mine. You know she hates me as much as I hate her. If I said, Isabella, give me your money, I would be giving myself away. And what about you, the French Ghost? I forgot who I was. I knew the man with her. He's my friend, Stephen Grimshaw. He's a minor poet, and he's in love with the girl. He's been sending her love letters from what I found out from being his go-between. He uses the nom de plume of Silver Star. She's fallen in love with her admirer now. If I'm not mistaken, she thinks you are him. This won't make Grimshaw happy at all, the Ghost said. He's not happy. How do you think I am? I'm engaged to 2 women already. Why not go for the trifecta and have more people wanting to see me dancing on the stage at Tyburn? Jack said, turning his horse to face his cousin, the Earl of Essex. Robert, what do you want me to do? Do we have to make her hate me and love your friend? He wants her, I don't, Jack said. Yes, and it will be easy. He's coming to my home. She is too. They'll be at my party, said the Earl. Oh, we can use that, said Jack. How, Justin? Asked the Earl. By making her hate me and love him, said Jack. Tell her who you are, joked the ghost. Very funny, it won't work, Jack said. She'd lynch me herself. Fine, I'll supply the tree. The old oak out the front of my place would be perfect, and I'll buy her a nice strong rope, joked the ghost. Who are you two planning to hang? A soldier, who they didn't see arrive, asked them seriously, Can I help you? Hello, Terry. We don't want anyone dead. I was only joking. Let's go home. The Earl said to his friends who lived at his house as his live-in guests with the run of the house. They were the Earl's maternal cousin and the youngest son of another Earl, whose wife and twin brother died when he was born and was taken in by Jack's family, who, although she had the blood of the Earl of Essex and was the aunt of the present orphaned Earl of Essex and was his guardian. She raised him when he was in hiding as Andrew Fletcher, a blacksmith's apprentice. His master's daughter was the Earl's fiancée. Your ladyship is well, I hope, said Lord Essex, when Isabella and Grimshaw entered his sitting room, his library of books and oddments with many maps, old weapons and comfy chairs, and a well-used desk well made of metalwork of the Earl himself, as a secret but famed blacksmith as David Buckingham. We were held up by highwaymen, said Grimshaw. Was anything stolen? Asked Jack, with an air of concern, mock of the cause. He knew he'd stolen the poor girl's heart. Yes, they were highwaymen. I said they robbed us. Didn't I, in a roundabout way? Grimshaw said. He's thick as well as heartless. He's the most annoying actor on any stage in London. Ignore him. He's a bore, said Isabella. Do you have a name, sir? Asked Grimshaw. I'm an actor. I've had many, said Jack. Jack, the Earl snapped. When you are good, you are very, very good, and when you are bad, you're horrid. Jack, are you a highwayman? Asked Grimshaw, sure he was talking to his rival, the Viscount. But why would the Earl of Essex be a highwayman? Only at certain times, said Jack, not permanently. What are you on? John Faulkner, the Viscount of Essex, Grimshaw said. Pardon me. Oh, yes, and he's the ghost, Jack said. What, you admit it? Why did his lordship take to the road? Said Grimshaw. Take to the road? Oh? I didn't take to the road, neither did he. We leave that to my real cousin Jack. This man is Sir Justin Beaufort. He and I took to the London stage in the theatre in a play about Jack and his friends. I play the ghost in it. Sir Justin plays Jack, so I call him Jack. Nothing more. I use a stage name to keep it quiet, said the Earl. There is nothing sinister there. Only that horse of mine in it is the only strange thing, and the script isn't too well written either, said Jack. Thanks, Jack. You know you have the playwright in here, said Terry. I know I want a real horse and a good script. I could ad-lib better lines, so could all the cast. Why is the ghost the only one without a script? Jack complained. I memorized them before I rehearsed the play, the Earl said, and I only ad-lib in emergencies. Know that, Jack? There's always an emergency, protested Jack. You usually cause it. Don't fight, we have guests, Terry said, afraid one of them would say something they all might regret, like the three of them were real highwaymen, and then he'd have to kill these people who held them as friends. Terry hated being the bad guy who everyone saw as purely evil or insane. He was. Just as twitchy as the ghost was, but the ghost didn't kill, and the ghost wasn't short-tempered, nor had he the feeling he was the one who had to do the killing if it had to be done as it was expected of Terry, not them. Terry could only hang once, and if he was caught, and Jack too, as he winged a man who died of his wounds. The ghost may not hang, he may be deported or spend some time in prison. He hadn't done anything more than highway robbery. Oh, yes, said the Earl, looking at Grimshaw's sad face as he looked at Isabella. We met the real gentleman, Jack, and his friend the ghost, said Isabella, gushing. Terry smiled and said, What were they like? Wondering how his friend's lone expedition went. Gentleman Jack is the most charming man I have ever met, said Isabella. Terry looked at Justin like he had a private joke. Justin squirmed. Are you all right, Sir Justin? Asked Grimshaw. Just feeling a little ill. My dinner didn't agree with me, said Justin, lying he felt nervous. A man walked up to them with a woman. Hello, Sir Justin, said the man. Hello, Gregory, said Justin. I haven't met your friends, said Isabella. Oh, they are Sir Thomas Gregory and his sister Mary, another fan of Gentleman Jack, said Justin. She's his fiancée, said Sir Thomas. Gentleman Jack, said Isabella, looking sad to hear he was engaged. Both Mary and Justin looked awkward. Mary knew she was secretly, and Justin knew he was Jack. He didn't know Mary was his other secret fiancée. Mary didn't know Justin was Jack. No, she is Sir Justin's fiancée, Thomas said. Isabella brightened up, knowing that she wasn't Jack's fiancée. I am very happy for you, Isabella said, happy. It was Justin, not Jack. He is a nut, said Mary disapprovingly. Who? Asked Grimshaw. Sir Justin. He held up Terence, the terror of Essex, the highwayman, said Mary. Justin looked nervous. Terry slapped Justin on the back, near knocking him over. Friend Justin is a terror, said Terry, who was secretly the terror. Sir Justin showed his colours, did he? Said Isabella. I was protecting Miss Gregory, said Justin awkwardly. She is not grateful, said Grimshaw. The terror wants him dead. It was very foolish, said Mary, not knowing Jack was Justin and the terror was his friend Terry. But had she known, things would have been easier for all of them. I think the terror can forgive him for protecting a young lady, said Terry. He was startled by someone giving him some of his own treatment, no doubt, laughed Terry. No, he risked our lives on a stupid whim, Mary said. Sad he'd risk the life of the woman he loved. I knew he was a heartless man, said Isabella. Who said I loved her? Said Justin coldly. It was a shotgun marriage that Mary and Justin didn't want to marry. Jack and his secret fiancée loved each other deeply. Their love would be their death. Knew he was a cad he marries for her money, said Isabella. No, for honour, said Sir Thomas. For a mistake, not honour, said Mary. Mistake? Pray may I ask what it was? Isabella said. I got lost in the forest one night and he found me. My brother found us and jumped the wrong idea. He press-ganged up into marrying. He's the last man in the world I'd take for a husband, Mary said. Oh, poor girl, said Grimshaw. A lady must be careful of her honour, said Isabella. And her family, said Sir Thomas. And her friends, said Sir Justin sadly. Later, on the road, a new highwayman chased down a lone rider. Stand and deliver, shouted the highwayman. I could say the same myself, said the ghost, stopping, pulling his gun on the new highwayman. What? Said the new highwayman, stopping. Grimshaw, drop your gun. We only want to talk, a voice behind the new highwayman said. Sir Justin, Grimshaw said, recognizing the voice. No, said Sir Justin, who was clad as Faulkner. You can't lie to me, said Grimshaw. I can't if I like, laughed Sir Justin. We are here to help you, said the Earl, unmasking. Essex, said Grimshaw, recognizing him. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you. I know we caught you, said the Earl. Why? Asked Grimshaw. To help you with your problem, said Sir Justin. What problem? Asked Grimshaw. Isabella, said Sir Justin. How? Make her interested in you, asked Grimshaw. No, I don't need another fiancée, I have two already, said Sir Justin. You cad, said Grimshaw. You know I don't love Mary, said Sir Justin. Oh, her, said Grimshaw. I don't love her either. No, we want to play Cupid with Isabella, said the Earl. Thank you. How she's in love with him, Grimshaw said, pointing at Sir Justin. She's in love with an image of a romantic highwayman, not me, said Sir Justin. You are the romantic highwayman she loves, Grimshaw said. She thought I was you, said Sir Justin. Why would you say that? Asked Grimshaw. I compared her eyes by error to silver stars, said Sir Justin. You told him, said Grimshaw. Only after he made a fool of himself, said the Earl. You are taking our taking to the highway surprisingly well, Sir Justin said. I recognized your voices from when you held us up, and you bear a striking family resemblance, said Grimshaw. Do we? Said the dark-eyed Earl, seeing his aunt's and his father's high jawline line in both himself and his cousin. They remasked and rode off to talk more, days later. Isabella and Grimshaw were riding in a coach to London again from Newmarket when they were held up by two highwaymen. Stand and deliver, called the ghost as the passengers alighted the coach. Hello, said Isabella, excited, seeing Faulkner again, putting her hand out for a kiss. Faulkner ignored her. She was annoyed it made him happy. The ghost robbed her, ignoring her too. Isabella, they are robbers. They don't care for you. They only care for your jewels, said Grimshaw. True, said Faulkner. They are beauties, your jewels. Isabella was horrified. You heartless beasts, shouted Isabella, hitting Faulkner to the surprise of everyone. Grimshaw, in the distraction, pulled out a gun and aimed it at his former rival. Isabella, leave him alone. He's not worth it, Grimshaw said. He is not, said Isabella. Give us back our stuff and let us go on our way, said Grimshaw. Okay, the ghost said, handing back the objects he took. Faulkner reluctantly handed back the things he had taken. Now let us go, said Grimshaw. They did. The coach drove off. Up to them rode the Terror and Mary as highwaymen on horses. You did good, said Mary. Isabella looked at Mr. Grimshaw as a hero. I told him to tell her he was her poet beau later. Now she sees him as he is, she'll like him more, said the ghost. I also told him to keep off the road as a highwayman. It's not safe, too many dangerous folk about, and dangers in this occupation. You look like a right pair of cads, said Terry. I hope this doesn't ruin my reputation, said Faulkner. They all laughed.
In the moonlight, a gentle breeze whispers through the trees. A rider gallops through the mist, his face concealed by shadow. A cloak of darkness shrouds his figure as he rides into the night. His heart beats fast with the thrill of the daring deed.